Okay. So very good morning and welcome to the session. In our last session, we have seen all the transformations, around 17 transformation, and we have seen the SCD types. And do you have any doubt in our previous session? Any doubts?
No, Chandra.
Okay. Do you have any doubt? So I hope you are practicing it. So kindly practice. Today I will send you the case studies and resumes, okay, model resumes and everything. Notes, interview documents. So everything I will send it to you. Okay. Okay. So today we are going to see the reusable transformation. Okay, reusable transformation. So what is this reusable transformation, right? So in our Informatica, so here we are the transformation developer. In designer, if you could see, the transformation developer will be there. Transformation developer is nothing but, so this is what the transformation developer. So by using this transformation developer, we can create a reusable transformation. Okay, for this logic thing within the mapping, if I'm going for a particular transformation, this transformation, it is only used in this particular mapping. Okay, this one is only used in this mapping. I cannot use the same transformation in any other mapping. If I want to use any other mapping, I have to create it. But you can go for this transformation developer. In transformation developer, if you are creating any session, any transformation, this is a reusable session. Okay, this is a reusable session. If you are creating a session here, the session will be created here in the transformation developer. Okay, so what is a reusable, right? See, the same logic will be used multiple times in Informatica. Same logic is used in Informatica multiple times if it can be applied in one single transformation. It can be achieved through one single transformation that we can create as transformation developer. In transformation developer, we can create it. So for an example here, I can able to create one single something like encryption, decryption, if possible, encryption, decryption by using single transformation, or conversion, date to time conversion, time to date conversion. Okay, and all if you can able to do within a single transformation, that you can go for the transformation developer. You remember I asked you to do the epoch time, right? Epoch timestamp. So epoch timestamp is nothing but you are getting that epoch time converter. So this time converter is nothing but if you are giving the Unix time, it will convert. It's a human readable date and time. Okay. So this is what, if I'm going to give this number, it will convert this. So I asked you to complete this. I think I have completed. So one of you asked the questions also here, right? Okay. So this is what we have completed here. And this is the one, right? So what is the logic here? So whenever I'm going to give Unix timestamp, I have to convert the Unix timestamp into normal timestamp, right? So this one can be achieved by using a reusable transformation, yes. So whenever needed, others also can use it. So I'm going to create a logic. Whenever you give a date of birth, it will convert date of birth into this format, Unix timestamp to this format. Just I want to make this logic in one of the reusable transformation. So which transformation I can create? By using expression we can create. So see, the single transformation can be reused in multiple mapping. If you create here, so this is the transformation has been created. You can make, see, this is the epoch time converter, right? Epoch time to human readable time. Okay, so like this, I'm just making this. It's a, if you look at here, this is showing like reusable. Click on port. So I need to get the input port, epoch timestamp. It's a number. is a number data type. Okay, so number data type. Sorry. Okay, so this is a number data type, and I'm going to get the time. Okay, human readable time. Okay, or date. It's a date and time format. So here I need to write the logic. Okay, what is the logic? We have already written. So add to date. To date, we are converting this. After that, date we are adding these many dates. From this date, these many dates we are adding. We are converting this into a day format. How many days are there in this particular epoch time? Okay, in that date, we are adding it. DD is nothing but date. We are converting this into number of days from 1970 we are adding it these many days. Okay, just this is a logic. You assume that this logic is somewhat we have to do it, right? Derive it to convert. So somebody else in our project, they have already created and they made like a reusable transformation. So wherever we want, we can drag and drop. Say for an example, in this SCD, I want drag and drop. Any other transformation you want, any other transformation within the same folder. In this transformation I want, yes, I can drag and drop. Look at here, I can drag and drop. So this is what I can use in multiple mapping. A single transformation can be used in multiple mapping. So I will go for human readable. So m underscore epoch and converter. Okay, so I will take this and I will go for source. I will take one table. So we have one table called epoch time. So I have already created this table. So you can also create this. So this is a table, student underscore epoch time. Just I'm taking this table. Then go to target. So here I'm going to create targets core and create this t underscore student underscore epoch. Then go for mapping. Source we can take, target we can take, and I'm just taking all the columns from here to here. Drag and drop the columns from here to here. But this one, data birth will not be drag and drop. You can see here it's a double, but it's a date and time. That's what it is not taking. So what I can do, I have to create a logic by using expression, but somebody else already created. You can use it. So in our project and all, we have something like a Java transformation, encoding, decoding, encryption, decryption, all this we have for this mapplet, and also this reusable transformation. Reusable transformation means if the reusable logic can be achieved in single transformation. Drag and drop this one here and drag and drop this one here. It will convert the number to date and time format. Clear? So this is called reusable transformation. We cannot change anything in the reusable transformation. Look at here. So here you cannot change anything. Why? Why? Because it's a reusable one. In your mapping, you have checked out, and then you are not able to hear you. It's a readable format, right? Writable format. So I edit. But if you are any transformation, if you are not able to change it, your existing mapping, you go and check whether it is a reusable transformation. Transformation type, if it is showing like reusable, then go and check in the transformation developer. In the transformation developer only, you can able to edit. Okay. In real time, if you are going for any mapping analysis, existing mapping analysis, then this is what you have to go with. Okay, it's a reusable transformation. A single transformation can be reused. So look at here. So we have already created this one. Just take and make same way, workflow and all same way. No other changes. So only mapping level we have the changes. So I can go here, go to workflows, create reusable transformation. Can create a session. We can make reusable. So m underscore reusable transformation, epoch time converter. Okay. Double click, go to mapping. So should be pointing the source. Other things are same. Okay. I'm doing truncate and load. Apply OK, save, and then start workflow. This is what it will do. The reusable transformation. A single transformation, if it is reused in multiple mapping, this is called reusable transformation. It's running. It got succeeded. We can see how many record has been read from source and target. Okay, 4 records and 4 records. We can check the source and target statistics here, the data here. Going to the source table, opening the target table. So I can go with source table, select start from yes underscore student. So this is the table you can see here. So type date of birth is there in this particular format. Then you look at here t underscore. This is nothing but the state. It has been converted. Okay, 17th August 2021. So this is the one you can see. This is what we can use the reusable transformation. A single transformation, so you can able to achieve the logic, then you can go for the reusable transformation. Okay, this is what reusable transformation. Next one is called mapplet. So mapplet is nothing but it is also reusable component. So how we have seen the reusable transformation, a single transformation, if you can able to achieve a reusable logic, then you can go for transformation developer, a reusable transformation. But if you can able to do the reusable logic by combining one or two transformations, one or more transformations, then you have to go with the mapplet. So mapplet is nothing but it is a reusable component. Okay, reusable component in our real-time project. So most of the logic, some reusable logic will be created as mapplet. So others can make use of that. Okay, others can make use of that. This is same like functions in Oracle. So functions, how we are creating the functions, right? So functions will be created and others can use that functions, the stored procedure and all. The same way here, mapplet also. So combinations of transformations. Okay, the set of transformations. Set of transformations can be reused in transformations, can be reused in multiple mapping. Multiple mapping. You have something like you have one particular country wise, you have some mapping you have derived. and you want to create the same logic for other countries or something like a conversion, okay, that I want to go for, then you can create that particular logic as mapplet. It's same like mapping, how we will use mapplet. That's what we can go for. Mapplet is, this is what we have to use. Okay. If you look at here, mapplet. So I will create a mapplet here. So what I'm going to do, the mapplet. So this is the mapplet designer. I'm going with mapplet designer. In mapplet designer, I can drag and drop the source. I can drag and drop the source table. But in mapplet, I cannot use target. I cannot use target. You can see here, target I cannot use. If I'm using the target in mapplet, it will not be created. Look at here, I'm going to create mapplet MPLT. So MPLT or ML. So it's up to our project level naming conventions. It's up to our project level naming conventions. MPLT underscore some bonus calculation. So I'm making that bonus calculation, bonus salary for department ID 30. So I want to create bonus salary for only for department ID 30. So it's assumed that. So for this particular logic, I need to create a mapplet. Okay. Then I can use mapplet here, bonus salary department mapplet. I can take the source table from here. I can take the source table. Can we take the source employees table? Yes, we can take. But here, I'm not using this mapplet, this source. I'm going to use mapplet input. Whenever we are creating the mapplet, right? Mapplet input and mapplet output will be automatically created. You can see this. Mapplet input is nothing but input to the mapplet. You can drag and drop on time. And so I need to create all the mapping, all the whatever the source level we have. I want to create the columns, just whatever the column we want to create, drag and drop here to here. So it will be created automatically. After that, I do not want this. I can remove this. Okay, this is what I can go for the mapplet input. So I can create mapplet input this way. And I can take the mapplet output. So this is the mapplet output. I can take mapplet output on the right hand side, but we cannot take any target. Say for an example, if I want to take this target, it will show you that target cannot be used. And also I can go with this one, just a second. Okay, so this is what, so mapplet input and mapplet output. So we have to use compulsorily the mapplet output. Here I'm going to bring some other transformation. Like if it can be achieved in single transformation, do it on transformation developer, don't do it on mapplet. Okay, so I'm going to do it on mapplet here for expression transformation. I will take one filter here. So why the filter? I want to pass only department ID 30. So here I'm going to pass department ID equal to 30. So here I'm using DEPT, the department ID equal to 30. So I'm using this logic, department ID equal to 30 and apply. Okay, I'm filtering out and then I'm converting. Okay, it's the salary conversion. I'm doing it, bonus salary. So each and every employee in department ID 30, I have to pass. So you can pass this department ID also in the parameter. So you can use here, okay, parameters and variables. We can pass it as department also as the parameter. Whatever the department ID you are passing, that department ID alone, the logic will be created. Okay. So now I'm going for expression transformation. So expression transformation here, you can drag and drop the expression, double click on it. So here I'm creating the salary, total salary. So here I'm going for the salary and commission percentage. After that, I'm creating for the total salary or bonus salary. I'm just making that bonus salary, bonus underscore salary. Then this is a decimal. Then here I'm creating a bonus salary here. Just I'm calculating one salary. So it's a salary plus 20% increment. Salary into 0.2. This is a 20% increment of the salary. Just validate it. It should be validated. Go for click on OK. Then this is what done. OK. Now go for apply. OK here. Then you can drag and drop the columns. So whatever the column we need, we can drag and drop. If we need all the columns, drag and drop all the columns. So how many transformations here we have used? 2 transformations. If set of transformations can be used in single mapping, that reusable logic, so that should be created in mapplet only. Okay. So what some limitations are there in mapplet? So if you see here, mapplet we cannot use any target, and also in mapplet we cannot use normalizer transformation. See, this is the normalizer, right? Transpose. Can we use normalizer transformation inside the mapplet? You cannot use. Normalizer transformation may not be created in mapplet. The same way, XML transformations also we cannot use it. So if you are using any XML transformations, so if you here we have XML transformations, I'll show you the XML parser or XML generator or anything here. So we cannot use this XML also. The XML source and target also we cannot use it. So you'll be getting error. Okay. So here I'm going with the transformations, or I'm going for import from sources XML, that also we cannot use. Target, XML and normalizer, these 3 we cannot use it. Okay, that's what the limitations in mapplet. And I will create the logic for this. If you go here, workflow, create workflow, WF underscore mapplet salary bonus for department ID 30 alone. Okay. If you want to pass, instead of 30, we want to pass some other department, we have to use parameter and variable. That we will see it later. What is parameter and variable? So we'll be having mapplet salary conversion, right? So mapplet MPLT. Okay, mapping you have to use. Mapping, we didn't create mapping. Go here, mapping. So M underscore salary mapplet bonus salary bonus. Okay. So you have to create a mapping. So for this, just I'm creating a mapping. I can take source here. I can take the target here, and I'm bringing the mapplet here. I'm bringing the mapplet here. We can take the mapplet from here and you can use it. So mapplet, since I have used all the columns from this, I can drag and drop all the columns and it will be dragged and drop. Then you can have here and output. This is what output we have. So salary, commission percentage. If you do not want the salary, so no need to take salary here. Okay, I need, instead of manager ID, I will pass the bonus salary. Okay, but only for 30th department, not other departments, it will pass. So control yes. We will create a workflow. So workflow has been created. We can choose the mapping, mapplet salary bonus, drag and drop, double click to mapping. So this is what we'll be having it. And whenever you are using any logic here, the mapplet, the connection, mapplet connection also we have to be so level, all the properties, that also we have to make sure that if I have anything connection here, it will be available here. So that is also you should make sure the connections. Okay, now I'm going to start workflow. It will load only 30th department. It will load only 30th department into the target. So you can see here, So only 6 record has been moved. The target, you can go to the T_employees table. We can check it. So what is the salary and what is the bonus salary? That both we can check it here. So only for department ID 30, that's what it has passed. And this is the salary. This is the new salary. Bonus salary calculated. Okay, 20% increment on the salary has been calculated. So this is what you can go for mapplet. Okay, so we can use it for any other logic. In real time, we'll be using this particular logic. So the same way, mapplet also, if you want to change anything, the logic can be changed, or port you have to change. You have to change in the mapplet designer, not in mapping. So remember this. So this is what the mapplet will be created. In mapplet, we cannot use target. In mapplet, we cannot use normalizer. In mapplet, we cannot use XML transformation. Okay. So this is what we will use, the mapplet. Okay. So just to practice it. Okay, this mapplet and everything. Mapplet and reusable transformations. Okay, next one is called the debugger. Okay, so what is debugger? So debugger is very, very important whenever you are going for debugger, right? So debugger. See, debugger is nothing but step-by-step execution of the Informatica flow. Okay, step-by-step execution of Informatica pipeline. Okay, Informatica data flow. So this is what, if the session got succeeded, okay, if the session failed, what will you do? If the session failed, we have to analyze the session log, why it got failed, and everything we have to find out. We have to fix why it got failed, right? If the session got succeeded, okay, you assume that session got succeeded, but you are not getting that expected result. Okay, some logical error is there, logical error. You are expecting some value for a particular column. Expected value is some value. So you are expecting some value, but your actual value in the column you are getting as null value. Okay, actual value is null value. So what should I do? I have to go with step by step how the data is flowing, right? That I have to check it, how the data is flowing. So that's what I have to go with debugger. So that is what we have to do. Remember, debugger is very much used as a developer. They will ask in interview, if they're asking, if any of the session failed, what will you do? If the session failed, I will go for the session log. I will analyze the session log. If the session got succeeded, then if I want to track, I'm expecting some value, but I'm not getting that value. I want to track that. Then I have to go with the debugger. Okay, I have to go for debugger. So step by step I have to execute. But remember, the session should be succeeded. Then only I can use the debugger. The session got succeeded. If the session failed, you cannot run the debugger. So we will run the debugger. For yesterday, we have created one mapping, right? The SCD. So that we can run the debugger. Okay. So how the data is moving from source to target. We can see this, how the data is flowing. So I can go here, target table, I will truncate so that I will show you how the data is moving here. So this is what the target table, right? So this table, I will truncate it. So I will show you very first time the data is moving. So truncate table name to show you. I have just truncated this. While doing the debugging, it will not load any data. Okay. So we have to enable this property. So mapping, to go with mapping, last option debugger, then you can go for the start debugger. Okay. we can enable the start debugger. It will give you the overall prerequisite for this debugger. Okay. So you can go for next. It will ask you to select the integration service. In real time, we may have a lot of integration service. Okay, but here, so this is a session. Okay. If you look at here, use an existing session instance. That means it's a non-reusable session. Okay. Non-reusable session. This is a reusable session. If you have already created reusable session, this is what you can go with reusable session. The third one is create a debug session. But for this mapping, we have already created non-reusable session, right? This is what the non-reusable session, and you can go with non-reusable session here. I'll go for next. It will take the non-reusable session. Okay. Okay, it has taken, and click on next. It will ask what is the options here. Okay, discard target data. Discard target data means it will not physically load the data into target. Discard target data. So here will not here target and finish it. It will open two windows. So remember, in order to run the debugger, your Informatica mapping should be succeeded. It should not have any error. Okay, it will open two windows. So you can reduce the size of the window. You can move a little bit right. So two windows, the right hand side, you can see the instance. The left hand side, you can see the target instance. See what is the meaning of instance, right? So instance is nothing but the session. Sorry, the transformations. The instance. This is one instance. Source qualifier is one instance. Lookup is another instance. Expression is another instance. Instance by instance, it will move. Okay. How the data is moving from left to right, you can go for the debugger. So normally, if you are working as a developer, if you are facing any issue, debug it. Okay, that's what you can able to find out where you are missing your logic. Okay, debug it. So instance and target instance. If you are getting data to target instance, then the data will move to the target. Somewhere it is getting filtered out, then it will not move. Always you go for debugging. Okay, so now I will go for mapping debugger. I can take next instance. So it will take the first record. You can see the right hand side. First record it is taking customer ID. Where is the instance? Instance is available in source qualifier. You can see here. Source qualifier. Instance is available in source qualifier. This is what you can see. This instance. Okay. Row ID, data type, and the instance on this. Okay. Next one. You can go for next instance. Next instance or F10. Press F10. Go for next instance. So where the data is moving. So here look at here, row ID 1 means first record. Row ID 1 means first record. Lookup transformation. Okay, lookup transformation, no data is available. Why? For this customer ID, this customer ID is from source. For this customer ID, I do not have any value in the lookup. Okay, so that's what expected scenario, right? In the expression transformation, it will create new record flag will set. So you can press F10. So I'm pressing F10 now. It is going to the expression transformation. Now, since all the lookup columns is empty, new record flag is 1. That means true. Update record flag is 0. And it is taking the today's date, system date. And it is taking end date. Okay. then F10. Press F10, it will go for the router. Router. See what is the router will do? So where this router? You can see input group and output one, new record flag. New record flag, you have the value. But in update record flag, you do not have any value. But it's showing like filter. If any row type is showing like filter, that means the record is not going to the target. So target, we have 3 instances, right? 3 instances we have created. So this is the one, and this one we do not have any data. We will check it here whether we have data here. No. So here also no. Okay, we will go for this record is not moving, right? This one again will move the data. So press F10. So sequence number is generating like 7. Then F10. See, data got loaded into this instance, not the other instance. In this instance, data got filtered out. But this instance, that is what new record, the record is inserted. Insert means row type insert means record is flowing. Okay, into the target. This is what you can go for the target instance. Clear? Okay. So now I can go with one more record. This is the ways you have to go with next instance. See, second record has taken from the source. Then you can go for F10. So this will move from one. So like this, it will move. Okay, say for an example, you have millions of records, so but it will not write any data into the target table. So we have made like discard target data. That means it will not go and write any physically the data into the target table. Remember this, it will not write. Okay, so you have, I will close it. Go to mapping, I will close it. And I will stop the debugger. This is what a debugger you have to do. Clear? Okay, you can ask me one question. If I have millions of record, some record only I want to filter out. Sorry, some record only I have to debug it. This particular logic only, it is not flowing correctly. So 2 ways you can do. One thing is in the source qualifier, you can apply where class and you can pass only that record. If the source is flat file, then you can go for something called breakpoints. Breakpoints. Go to debugger, edit breakpoints. See, I want to add breakpoints in the source qualifier. Can go for source qualifier, breakpoints. I'm applying some breakpoints in source qualifier. Add breakpoints. Condition we have to add. Customer ID equal to, I'm adding 4. Customer ID 4. Some values there, right? 4. Yes. So only 4. Then click on OK. So breakpoint has been added. Now if you are going to the debugger, start debugger. Next one, click on use existing session instance. Go for next. Go for next. Finish. If you look at here, one stop button is available on the source qualifier. What is the stop button? The stop button tells that it's a breakpoints. Okay, it is a breakpoint, right? It's a breakpoint. This is what the breakpoint you can see here. Okay, then you can go for mapping, debugger. You can use continue. So difference between continue and the next instance, right? Continue means it will continue all the record. It will go and break on the particular record in the breakpoint, in the source qualifier where you have set the breakpoint. So we can go for continue. It will allow all the record to pass. Okay, like 1, 2, 3. We have set customer ID 4, right? So 1, 2, 3 has been passed. And customer ID 4 break. Where it has been break? Source qualifier. Then this alone I have to check how the data is flowing, right? Now I can pass like F10. I can press F10, how the data is flowing. Look at here. Lookup transformation, then the expression transformation, then the router. This is what you can go with one by one. Clear on this? See, once it has been moved, it will go out. So whenever you are getting session got succeeded, but you want to check why it got going. So there is no error in the session log, and you want to check why the data is not moving or not flowing, then you have to do the debugging. Okay, you have to do the debugger. So check the debugger, and so this is what you have to do the debugging. Okay, if you are not getting any expected value, if I want to go for step-by-step execution of the Informatica flow, then I can go for the debugger. Okay, this is what we have to use the debugger. Okay, so any doubt in the debugger or the reusable transformation or in the
Sir, Informatica tester can have access of debugger.
sorry, can you a little bit louder? Informatica.
Tester can have access of debugger. Whether he can check the trace out the logical error or not.
Yeah, in Q environment they will have access. See, whatever the environment they have, right, they will have access. So if it is not flowing, if normally that tester, if they knows very well the ETL tool, then they will debug it and then they will find where is error. Normally tester will not do that, but some teams, so if they know very well an ETL tool logic and all, they can do it. They will have access.
Okay. I mean, on UAT platform, he can work on.
Yeah, they will have access. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, if they have write access, right? So only read access they cannot do. If they have write access, then you can do it.
Okay, sir.
Any other questions? Okay, so now we will go with the next two concept is called parameters and variables. Okay, parameters and variables. So what is the parameter and variables, right? So whenever we want to give a value to Informatica, the runtime, okay, dynamically if I want to pass a value, then I will go for the parameters and variables. Dynamically, I want to pass a value to the Informatica, then I can go for parameter or variable. So what is parameter, right? So parameter value will not change during the runtime. If Informatica is reading the parameter value like 100, throughout the session execution, the value should be maintained as 100 only. So at any cost, it will not change. But variable value, it will change. Okay, value may change during the runtime. That's what the variable. See, normally you'll be using the parameter or variable with the dollar symbol, single dollar or double dollar. Single dollar is nothing but it's a session parameters. It's a system defined variable. Okay, it's a system defined one. So $2 is user defined variables. Okay, it's a user defined variable. You can see a lot of connection variables and a lot of directories. You can see this $PM source file directory or $DB connections, right? So these are all like your system defined variables. Okay, system defined variables, and $2 you can see that's a mapping parameter or variable, also for user defined workflow or worklet variable. It belongs to users. That belongs, single dollar belongs to system. What is parameter and variable? That's what I want to tell. So wherever you want to say like success email user. So which user I have to send a mail, that I can pass it like a parameter. So runtime it will be passed. So this is what the parameter and variable. So first we will see today parameter, tomorrow we'll see take the variables. So how to define a parameter? Normally in Informatica, so here mapping I'm going with. So in this m underscore parameter I'm using mapping name. Okay, just I'm creating just a mapping called parameter. So here I'm just using that Informatica. So source and target, any mapping you can use it, no issues. Here I want to use this the filter condition as parameter. Anything Okay, filter condition or anything you can use parameter. The filter condition, I want to use it like a parameter here, or here I want to pass the parameter. Just click on generate SQL. What will happen? Based on the source, it will create the this one. So I can go with something like, so this is the one we are also using the parameter in our real time. Okay, $var. So $var is our real time parameter we will use. So whatever the var class we want to pass it, we can pass it. So $var. So whatever the value you are passing in the runtime, Informatica will take that runtime. It will replace here $var. So this is what if you're not passing any value, or if it's not able to read, it will take it as a null. Select star from the table name. So you can click on OK, then go to apply here, go to mapping here. You can go to parameter and variables. So normally I will create a parameter. First of all, today we'll see the parameter, tomorrow we'll see the variables. So $var, is it a parameter or variable? I can go for parameter string. Okay, it's 1,000 characters I will use, 1,000. I'm going to use var class, right? The expression aggregation that I will tell you in the variable. Okay. Initial value is null. I'm not passing any value. Click on OK. Just click on OK here. Okay. So now I will go to the workflow level. So here I can create a workflow, wf underscore parameter. So here I'm taking the session. So take the session here. So m underscore parameter. Click on OK. Can take the link task. Double click on it. Go to mapping. Source should be pointing to source. Target should be pointing to target, and target I'm just truncating and loading. So I want to use the parameter, right? Where I can use the parameter, you can go to the properties. In the properties, you can see the parameter file name. Here we have to use the file name with that parameter. So I can use the parameter file name, C drive, Informatica 10.2.0 server infra shared param file. So here I'm using the param file, but here assume that in real time also we'll be having one path. So in this path, I'm just using this parameter. Okay, $var. So look at here, $var. $var is nothing but I want to use this as global parameter. Okay, global parameter. First of all, I will use. So this value is global parameter. So I can use global parameter. Okay. The global parameter. This one is some different workflow. Okay, workflow is different. The folder is different. Okay, folder is different. Workflow is different. This is what the var class. Var class, I'm passing this value. Control yes. This parameter file, I'm just using it. See, here I'm going to use. So I will copy this /param.txt. In your real time, go and check whether we have used any parameter and go and check the parameter file name here. So this definitely they should have used here. If it is single mapping, you are passing the parameter, then you can pass it here. Or if you have multiple mapping, you want to pass a parameter entire workflow, then go to workflows, edit here. You will be seeing the properties. The properties you will be seeing the parameter file name. So here they should have mentioned either here or here. Okay. So either there might be used or here it might be used. So you can go to the properties. You can see the properties here. Okay. We just used. Then control yes. I'm going to run it. So other than that, everything is same. Source and target. So everything is same. Just if I'm going to run this, based on that filter condition, it will load the data. SC underscore rep, right? Based on the filter condition, it will write. See here. So in future, the filter condition, I want to change it. No need to do any changes on the Informatica level. No need to do any changes on the Informatica level. Look at here, 30 records, right? I will change it only on the parameter file. I will use it here. Parameter I will use here. SH clerk. So any condition you can use. Any condition to use, not only this one. Whether they change anything on the Informatica level, no. Only I change it in this level. Previously, it was reading 30 records. Now it will read different records, 20 records. Okay. I want to change some other value. Yes, you can do it. So here, $var, we can go for some other salary greater than 12,000. So different condition you can go for, and condition, or condition. So anything you can go for. Either you can use this way or this way. Folder name dot workflow name dot session name. That is also you can give here like this. So if I use this one as folder name, since we have used global, it will take this one only. So here I have changed it. Now it will change. So this is called parameters. You look at here, this is called parameters. So it will change now. Salary greater than 12,000, right? It will change. Okay, I want to, can I pass the session? Can I pass the connection also as parameter? Yes. So this connection now we are hard coding, right? Here instead of that, we can go for parameterize. See, if anybody asking in interview, how will you give the connection and all? We will give connection as parameter. Just I'm giving parameter like SRC here. Okay, SRC here. So here I'm giving the, instead of this one, I'm making like use connection variable as TGT. Okay, TGT. So what is this? I will pass in the runtime. So what is TGT? What is source? So here in the parameter file, it is there. So source is pointing to source, target is pointing to target. This target also, I'm pointing to source to show you that Informatica is reading from here only. So what will happen? So connection source, it will take the source connection. It will target also, it's pointing to source. So now it will fail. But here, make sure that the connection Oracle underscore SRC, we should have created in Informatica repository level, production repository. It got failed, right? We are getting some error. By using this, it cannot able to delete the table. So I'm going to change it now. So instead of source, I'm going to make it like a TGT. This connection I'm changing. Whether it will get succeeded? Yes. So this is what you can.
You have changed the source as a target.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So this should be a source. This should be a target. Okay. That's what it is taking the data from here only. Okay. So I'm just running. Normally, this is what the connection we will pass in our real time. Okay. How to pass the connection in real time? So normally this is what they will pass. All the connection will be passed only as a parameter, not as hard-coded value. Okay. See here. Now it got completed, right? So this is what we will go for the parameterized one. If they're asking anything like interview, how will you pass the connection value and all? So connection value, everything like a parameterized. By passing the parameter value in the parameter file, we are generating it. Okay, clear on this? So no need to change. Why we are going for parameter file? No need to change in Informatica level. So only why we are generating the connection in the parameter file, right? For the security purpose only. Anybody hacks that Informatica session, the connection, they cannot do anything. So it will be runtime, it will be created and it will be passed. Clear on this? Any doubt?
Chandra, could you please explain one more time about the parameter file, which is you mentioned global and that point alone.
Okay. See, for an example, this one, what is the folder name? 8:15 a.m. IST, right? See, for this folder, I want to create one parameter. Okay. So 8:15. So case sensitive. AM IST. So this is the folder name, then workflow name. Okay, workflow name. It should, I think it should have some underscore or without space. We should have the folder name and all in real time. So then workflow name, then the session name that we have to give in. So why? Because in single parameter file, if I want to give multiple values for each and every session separately, then this is what you have to give. Okay, one more session is there on the same workflow, then you can give like this on the same. So here, if I have 8 p.m., so like this I can give. So from where it will read? From here only it will read. I'm not giving where class here. Okay, we will check it whether it is reading the data from here or not. Okay, some space is there, that might be the issue. We'll check it. Space should not be there. You create one folder without space also. If it is failing, then the space is issue. Means it is not able to read the data from the file. The global we are not mentioning, right? See here, missing initial value for the session parameter, $db connection SRC. See, you should not have any space. If you don't use the space, it will read. Clear on this? You try it, okay? You try that. So if you don't use this, right? Space, since a space is there, that is not, it is not able to read. But this is the format.
Okay. So if we, let's say I have mentioned the folder, also I have mentioned the global, whether it is taking a folder.
Global only it will take. First preference is
global.
First preference is global.
Okay, Chandra. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and also as you mentioned, the connection details are passed in the parameter files, right? In real time.
Yeah, this is the way.
Okay.
How we have passed here, the same way.
Okay, in real time, but we have to import the connection in Informatica, right? After that only I need to use this connections.
Yeah, yeah. So normally our Informatica admin team, they will have already created. Informatica admin team only will create this. So what is Oracle underscore SRC, that they will create it, they will give you.
Okay.
Then only you can able to use that. Okay. So here we have used source and target, but in real time, some application name will be there. Something like this DB name will be there, right? This DB, okay. This is the connection. Okay, that DB name will be having it.
Okay, okay, Chandra.
But the same way we will pass the connection value. Please make sure that if anybody asks in interview, this is the one you have to tell. Sometimes in our real-time project and all, we are creating this parameter file in the real runtime. Parameter file also creating in the runtime by using the scripting shell script that I will show you. Okay, that I will show you. So after the project level, we are going to see, right? So that time I will show you that how we will do. Okay, so thank you all. Today we have seen reusable transformation, mapplet, and debugger. So please practice it all this.
Sure, Chandra.
Yeah, thank you all. I will send the recording as well as the practicing exercise. Try to complete that. Okay. So exercise here it is. You have to practice it. That's all this.
Okay.
Yeah. Then we will make a variable tomorrow. Then we'll go for the workflow level task.
Okay,
So
Chandra.
interview preparation, I will take a later point of time. Don't worry. I will take. See, if you are very clear on the transformation, don't worry about interview. So you have to be very clear on SQL and all the transformation. Then no need to worry about interview and all. You can easily tackle that. Only thing is the project level. So what should be explained, that I will explain. Okay. Next week we will see all this interview level, everything. So by this weekend we will complete most of the technical part. Then next week we will see only the interview level. Okay. So thank you all. Then we'll meet next week. Sorry, tomorrow.
Okay, Chandra. Yeah, thank you.
Bye.